myself.
All right, Rodney. So,
All right.
how's it going?
No, we're recording all of this.
It's all good. I can edit this out.
How's it going? You know, it's funny. I had a friend of mine, and she used to always ask me, "How's it going?" And that's what I used to always say to her. How's it going? She was saying, "I'm celebrating life." I said, why do you always say that? Every time I ask you, how are you doing? I'm celebrating life. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. If someone asks you, how are you doing? I'm celebrating life. You've got another day of life. Celebrate it. You woke up this morning. Celebrate it. Why not? You could be dead. You know? Every time I say, case in point, yesterday I went to the beach. Random, just went to go walk on the beach.
Speak us a little.
I was leaving from the beach, and as I was leaving from the beach, driving home, and I said, you know what, I'll take the scenic route, and I'll go a route I normally don't go. And it's probably 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I see like a line of homeless people. I mean, every light that I stopped at, and it was a number of lights, and for whatever reason, as I'm driving, it's like I keep getting light after light after light. And I drive a little bit, I come to a stop, and I look to my left, look to my right, and I just see all these homeless people just getting ready to go to sleep for the night. And I started thinking, what is so different between them and me? I mean, it's maybe 100 different homeless people, and that's just in a small block radius. And I'm thinking, why am I so lucky that I'm not homeless? Why am I so lucky I'm driving a Jaguar with the top down? I'm just leaving from the beach. You know, I have money in my pocket. Hell, I had a stack of singles that I had in the overhead by the mirror, and they're on the floor getting ready to go to sleep on cardboard with sheets wrapped around them. Like, how is life so different? Like, life is just so drastically different between the two of them. And I'm at the light, and I looked over, and I see this homeless guy, and he's, you know, adjusting himself, fixing his sheet on top of him. And then I looked up, and I'm like, I have money here, I have money in my pocket, I have money in the bank. And this guy probably doesn't even have any money on him. I don't even know how much money was in the overhead. I just grabbed it, I said, buddy, hey. And he's looking at me, music up loud, and he's looking at the guy in the Jaguar. He's probably taking out the curse at him, and I'm like, this is for you. And I went to throw it thinking it would stay together, and it just went, and then part of me was like, that's such an asshole move, you know, because I didn't really want it to just kind of just separate it. In my head, I was thinking, I'm doing something good. I'm just going to toss it, it'll stay together, and it'll just kind of go out, right? But then it went, whoosh, right? But then the light changed, so I started driving off. But then I started driving, so like, I hope you didn't think I was being an asshole.
This is like you see from the scene from a movie. It's like, the asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping he took it the right way. You know, like, at that moment, he felt like doing something that it just felt like maybe the right thing to do. You know, I always wonder how my life would be different if I had went different path. If I didn't go to Catholic school. If I didn't have, you know, married parents, if my parents were divorced, if, hell, I know a lot of people that sold drugs. If I had went the route of selling drugs instead of actually getting 2 jobs and actually working, how different would my life be? You know, it landed me in Miami, and Miami changed my life. Miami will swallow you. I've seen people come in Miami, and Miami takes advantage of them. And I've seen people come to Miami, and Miami is the best thing that ever happened to them. So, you know, it's twofold. And how am I doing? I'm celebrating life. That's how I'm doing.
That's beautiful, man. Honestly,
every single day I'm celebrating life. It could be worse, could be better. You know, no complaints. I mean, I guess a good complaint, but I mean, I'd be an ingrate to complain. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love every single day. Why not? Funny, I was talking to a member today, a lady named Holly. Older lady. And she said, I'm 67 years old. No, 62. Because I was telling her there's another member who's 67, Henry. And she said, I was scared out of my mind, thinking I had, a triple fracture right here in the front, and here's my doctor telling me to go do kickboxing, and I'm thinking, what is he thinking? I have all these fractures, and he wants me to go do kickboxing. And older lady, very nice lady, and she's scared. She's like, I'm scared out of my mind that he's actually telling me to go do kickboxing. And then I came in, to talk to you guys, and I remember I met you for the first time, and you made me feel so comfortable. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way you were talking to me. You made me feel comfortable. That's not how you're supposed to feel. I don't think I'm talking to you any different than I would talk to anyone else. And she's still kickboxing now, as of this point. And I was correcting her this morning, showing her proper punches, how to do. She said everything is in sections for her. So she was practicing her kicks, so that was her month mission, get the kicks done. So now she wants to get the hooks, so I'm trying to show her how to do the hooks. So now I showed her the hooks, and she said she's going to practice for a month. After she gets the hooks, she wants to be able to do the roundhouse. She did the front kick. So I like these things, these little things that you can, I call it plant a seed. You put the seed into the ground, you water it. You wait, and you watch, and you see it start sprouting. Before you know it, it's a full blown out tree. That's how I look at CKO, that's how I look at life. You plant a seed, you put something in someone's head, and you wait to see what it does. What they do with it is actually the best part. I mean, you would hope that you planted it properly, you put it into their mind. It could be the smallest little seed. I mean, what's the smallest seed? Mustard seed. Mustard seed is so small, so tiny. But if you put a little mustard seed into someone's head and you plant it properly, eventually what's going to happen is it's going to grow.
And how they get you into kickboxing and teaching it over here?
Because people always want change. People want change, and how are they going to get change? You got to do something. You got to do something different. You got to do something drastic. You got to do something you probably would never have done. Something that's just so far outside of the box. You look at kickboxing, you're thinking, I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to be, Van Damme. I'm not, Bruce Lee. I'm Alex. I'm Rodney. Who am I to be doing kickboxing? But it's not just what people most likely think is the combat aspect of it. What I like about it is that you can actually change people's lives. You'll sit there and you'll think to yourself, all right, well, what can I do? What can I do differently? How can I make life different? How can I make life better for someone else? What's your imprint on life? Albert Einstein has an imprint on life. George Washington has an imprint on life. Kennedy had his imprint on life. Gandhi has his imprint on life. There's so many people that have imprints on life. They left the legacy. They left something for people to actually think about them long after they're gone. And you think, am I going to be one of those people that's was born, I lived, I grew up, became old, I died, and what else is left? What are you going to leave behind? What are you going to leave behind for millions and millions of people to remember you by? The CKO may not necessarily reach millions and millions and millions of people, but the people that walk through the door, I want them to say, you know what, I had to work out. At times, I never thought I would even be able to do half the things that they told me to do, like forearm planks to push-ups, and there's no possible way. They're crazy. Even if you don't do 10 of them, you do 5. Holly's thing today is she told me, she was like, never in my life with triple fracture right in the front of my hips. I fractured both sides of my hip, and here I'm thinking 10 side kicks? Never in life. She said for the first time in her life she was able to do 10 kicks, 10 side kicks. She said, oh my God, I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe I did 10 kicks. Could you believe it, Rodney? And she was just like you could see it on her face that this really meant a lot to her. And I sat there and I said, Holly, you can do anything that you want to do. Your body, yes, there's limitation, but your body has to tell your mind, okay, we can do it. And your mind has to tell your body, Who's really in control? It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if it hurts. It doesn't matter if you're sore. Your mind tells your body what to do, not your body telling your mind what to do. It's mind over body, not body over mind. When I told her this, she was like, well, I just want to be active. And I'm joking, oh, you know the saying. Body inactive stays inactive. Body at rest stays at rest. So if you keep moving, you keep trying, you keep pushing. I posted something on Instagram yesterday. I don't post on Instagram.
Yeah, actually, I noticed that. I started like ding, like I see my life rules. You just posted for a while. It's just like, Rodney, what are you doing?
Almost 2 years I haven't posted, and I posted today. I said, you know, success isn't something that's given to you. Like, you can't succeed by someone giving you success. And yes, it'd be nice if, you know, everyone's dad was Jay-Z, or, you know, you woke up tomorrow and your mother is Kim Kardashian, and, you know, at 2 years old you have a personal therapist. Why are you upset today? Now you got to sit with your therapist at 2 years old explaining to your therapist why you're upset, because you're giving Fruit Loops and your favorite cereals is Cheerios. Yes, you want to live that type of lifestyle, so be it, but that isn't everyone's lifestyle. That's not reality. Reality is there's ups, there's downs. There's, for everyone, there's ups and downs. But it's how you react to the ups and downs, and how you react to allowing it to affect you. That's what matters. I don't let things bother me. I had a major fight with my wife. I came in, I taught a class as if nothing happened. No one will ever know that I'm having a bad day. No one ever will think, no, Rodney's the happiest person in the world. And it's not even being phony, it's just knowing how to control your emotion. Don't let your emotions control you. Control your emotions. You should be able to say, okay, well, this is happening. Control it. Emotion should not affect your entire day. You have 24 hours. Emotion is a second. A second. Why should that second affect 24 hours in your day? I don't understand. People get mad in the morning. They're still mad in the afternoon. It's like, at what point are you going to let it go? Let it go. It's done. It's over with. Put it behind you. Move forward. You have another day. There are people on their last breath in a hospital on ventilators, and they're on life support. And if somebody pulls the switch at that second, they're done. And I guarantee you, if they can switch with you in a heartbeat, and the heartbeat is like, it's probably even quicker than that, they would honestly switch with you. So if you put things into perspective like that, then it's really not that big of a deal. Whatever it is. Me and my wife went to eat right around the corner. I parked my car, perfect spot. I parked backwards so I know that I can just come out and leave. Went into the restaurant, had excellent Mexican food. I mean, they even fried the nacho chips, nice and fresh. They're made to order. So they fry them, they bring them to you, they tell you the chips are nice and fresh. Please be careful, they're still hot. Give you the chips in this little pan that they dip it in. Really good Mexican plate. And great food. Chicken quesadilla, everything was great. Pepper, great. Corona beers, everything was good. I come outside, and as we're walking, I'm like, why is there a dark spot on my bumper? And as I'm getting closer, I'm like, that wasn't there. Why is there a dark spot? Someone hit my car. And they didn't just hit the car. I mean, they hit the car. I mean, they hit the car hard.
Not your Jag.
Yes. I mean, they hit the car to the point. I was like, nothing I could do. I don't know who the person was. They didn't leave a sign on my windshield saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I hit your car. You know, my bad. You know, sorry," and left. And they hit the car and left. And I was like, "Aren't you gonna call a cop? Oh my God!" I'm like, "What is that gonna do?" One, there's no cameras. Two, I don't know who did it. Three, what are we gonna do? You can't really be upset long term on something that you have no control over. You have no control. I have no control of it. I parked the car perfectly fine. I came out, the car was hit. There's no witnesses. There's no one sitting by the car waiting to tell me who did it. Someone backed up, they hit the car. What are you going to do? It's material. I'm not hurt. I'm perfectly fine. I don't need to go to the hospital. You're perfectly fine. We don't need to go to the hospital. Chuck it up to what it is. Wrong place, wrong time. nothing to do. There's no point in being upset. I do believe in karma. I believe. I hope they get a fat ticket, speeding. I hope they run a red light and a school bus hits them. You know, like karma. Karma.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit the back of your bumper, and yes, please get hit by a truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
It's karma.
Thank you very much.
It's karma. You can't hit a jag and just leave. It's karma.
Can't do it.
Karma.
Can't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Can't do it.
Karma. But I mean, that's what life is. Life is really how you actually take it. I want to say that my life is meant to actually touch different people's lives, and I haven't been in a full position where I can touch people's lives. This puts me in a platform where I can touch different people's lives in different ways. I don't ask, like, people ask for personal training. I said, look, if you come 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after, the CKO rule, they don't actually advertise this, but 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after, we'll train you. We'll work with you one-on-one. You can work with any trainer 30 minutes before.
Actually, that's true. I've seen that. I've seen it already. I've seen that. I actually have done it myself. Yeah.
You know?
I've done it with you, actually.
Yeah. You've done it when you came, and Pamela had you doing lunges.
Yeah.
You can come in and we'll work with you. You know? So, and what does that do? That makes you better. That makes you stronger. That makes you more confident. That makes you look better. You know? And there's so many positive aspects of it. You know? I like being able to say that I touched someone's life. Sometimes I think I should have been in politics because I find a way to ride the fence so well. It's not biased on either left or right. I just kind of ride the fence perfectly. It's like I should have been a politician. Yeah. I took a course. It's called Youth in Government, public speaking. I went to youth camp. To actually be able to actually stand in front of a crowd, be able to talk openly. And it was good. I think it's something that everyone needs to do. But again, that could be because, again, I went to Catholic school. There's different options, different availabilities to Catholic school. You go to public school, there's certain things, unless you're actually really implying yourself, you're really actually pushing the guidance counselors, you're actually being active for them to actually say, hey, look, you're active, here's another opportunity, you're active, here's another opportunity, you're active, let me push you in this direction. You play sports, aim for this school. If you're that introvert where you're a good student, but you're not quite open to talk to people, you may just go through life just being average or being underrated. And no one will even notice you. You're just kind of flying under the radar. And your whole life is spent under the radar. And no one will ever know how much talent you can actually possibly have because no one's giving you a check. What I like about CKO is you actually meet people that have so much potential and so much talent, but they just don't know. There's a girl, Monica, and she's amazing. Again, she does a lot of work because she's overweight. Took a picture of her and she says to me, I said, all right, we're going to take your picture because we need a picture on file. She said, I said, smile. She broke my heart in just a few words. I mean, like literally when I said, like, things don't really make me sad. But at that moment, she made me like, it was like, whoosh. I was like, ow. She was like, I said, smile, and take a picture. She said, I don't smile. There's nothing to smile about in my life. And I went, like, I wanted to say, what? Like, who says that? Are you trying to make me cry?
Oh my God.
I felt like it was such a downer. It was like, really? Like, everyone smiles. Everyone. Like, kids smile. Adults smile. Hell, you can have really good sex and be like, that was good. And a smile. But she said, literally, I don't smile. There's nothing for me to smile in my life. And I went, wow, that's extreme. Jeez. And she took the smile and she was straight faced. And I went, So now, for me, my little brain that just never stops ticking, so it was like tick, 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 tick. I said, anytime this girl comes in, My goal now is to make her smile. That's my goal. That's my mark on her life. You know, I find different people for different reasons. The other day, we're doing sit-ups, and they had the legs up on. They said, "Reach for your toes." Then she stops. She's like, "Oh, I can't do it anymore." And as I'm pacing back and forth, I'm like, "Come on, you could do it. You could do it. Let's go. Push it. Push it. Push it. I'm telling you, you could do it." She's like, "I can't." I said, "If you do it, I do it." He said, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. That's what the trainer screamed. So I said, "All right, fine. I'll drop down with you. We only have 10 seconds. We could do it together. You do it, I do it." She's like, "All right, fine." And we're reaching for the toes, and although I can go up, I'm like, "Oh, yes, let's go. We got it. We got it." And we're both pushing as if it was really that challenging. And we got to the point, right to the end, pushed it, turned around, gave her a high five. I said, "You did it. You said you couldn't do it, but you did it. You did it. Hey, we're not dead. We're done." After that, every time she comes, she smiles. Every time she comes, she smiles. I'm like, "Back at it again." She's like, "Yeah, back at it again." I said, "Look, you're smiling." And she started smiling even bigger because she noticed it came out. It wasn't even forced. It was just in her head. She's thinking, "All right, you know what? I'm making progress. I'm making progress. Yes, I'm still overweight. Yes, I still want to hit my target." When she first called me, she said, "I'm a little intimidated to come into your gym because I'm overweight." And I said, "Why is that intimidating?" She said, "Because I'm overweight." I said, "Okay, I prefer that you're overweight because I know when you come to the gym, you're going to work harder." People that are fit, people that are really strong, people that are really big have this complex like, "Oh, I'm fit, I'm strong, I don't need to do your routine. Oh, I'm fit, I'm strong, I don't need to stretch. Oh, I'm fit, I'm strong, I don't have to do these burpees. You know, I don't have to, I'll skip this exercise." Whereas someone that feels like, "I have a goal. I have a long-term goal, I have a short-term goal. My short-term goal is just to reach down and be able to touch my toes. My long-term goal is to be able to actually come down 100 pounds. And that's what I love, because that's where I get to actually see people's transformation. And this is where I can impact their lives. And this is where, you know, they'll look back and say, "Wow, oh my God, you look so different. What have you been doing?" They'll sit back and they'll say, "Yeah, I went kickboxing." But not only did I go kickboxing, I had this amazing trainer and this guy named Rodney. And man,
I definitely told that story a couple hundred times.
He pushed me. He literally just kind of like, even when I wanted to quit, I wanted to just say, "Fuck this, I'm done." You know, he's there just kind of like, "Come on, let's go, let's do it, let's do it. We'll do it together. If you honestly think you can't do it, I'll do it with you." And that just, it's, for me, it's priceless. My wife hates it, but it's priceless. She honestly thinks I'm wasting my talent because I could be making so much more money in finance. And I could, I'm not gonna lie. I can make double what I make at CKO. Double, like literally double. I mean, double. With less hours, with less everything. But there's no satisfaction in it. There's no satisfaction in helping people that make millions and millions of dollars. I mean, they're making millions of dollars every day. Every second they're making millions. They could care less about the IT guy that makes sure that the computer is working, or their printer isn't working, or the keyboard, the enter button, they slammed on it too hard, or the telephone isn't calling Costa Rica, or the telephone can't call Buenos Aires, or, you know, these ridiculous issues. I'm trying to wire transfer $100 million to my client and the wire transfer isn't going through. Fix it. To me, it's like, I'm not impacting their life. I'm just helping their bank account. That's it. There's no change. Like, I reached out to a lot of brokers, just kind of like, "Hey, how you doing? I haven't spoken to you in a while. How's it been? Oh, it's good. Hey, Rodney, nice to talk to you." That's it. "Hey, guess what? I'm doing kickboxing now. Why don't you come down and try one of my classes?" Crickets. That's all I hear. Cricket, 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 cricket. No reply, no. Like, yeah, but when I was your IT guy, it was like I was your best friend. You're giving me bottles of wine. You're making sure I come fix your problems immediately. Now I'm telling you, "Hey, look, this is a different chapter in my life now. I'm not doing this anymore. This is what I'm doing. Come take a look. Come try it. No cost. I'm not even telling you to sign up for a membership. I mean, you can, but I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you, come try it. Come see what I'm doing now." Cricket. Crickets. 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 So it's interesting because People are weird. People are weird because there's no way of actually impacting someone's life until you can find what it is that they want the most. When you find what it is they want the most, that's when you can actually interject into their life. Anyone that walks in CK, you already know what their issue is. They'll come in and they'll say they were with another trainer and the trainer was terrible. Okay, fine, I know the angle. They'll come in and say, I had a membership at another gym, and I walk in and it's a bunch of, sad to say it, steroid popping, really big guys, and they're throwing around 150-pound dumbbells like it's nothing.
Are they the ones with the chicken legs where if you feel like you can tip over and just...
Good God, it's worse than that. They just look like they injected themselves everywhere and they can't close their arms because their arms are too big and they have no neck. And, you're too scared to get the 20-pound dumbbells next to them because they're like, what is that? Come on, take the 100-pound. So the CKO, there isn't any of that. There's no mirrors. There's nothing. It's just life. It's just your life being able to change. How do I change your life? When you walk in, how can I change your life? This is what I think everyone that comes in. How can I change Alex's life? When you come in and looking like, hey, how's your day going? You know, hey, are you smiling? Hey, Alex, hit that back harder. Hey, Alex, come on, push yourself a little more. Hey, Alex, did you meet this person? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? You know, this girl is single and she always said she wants to mingle. You know, hey, Alex, did you meet such and such? You know, it's, you know, I like being able to change people's lives. So not necessarily change it, but just impact it just a little bit. Just interject a little bit of Rodney on different points of people's lives. And if I can do that, and do that for a number of different people in a number of different ways, I'm happy. I'm happy. And I don't want much out of life. Good food, a drink here and there. I wish I could say smoke, but I can't. Yeah. Good sex. And a good bed. That's it. That's it. I mean, I'm simple. I'm very, very, very simple. You know, it doesn't take much to make me happy. It really doesn't. Somebody was to bring me a pan of lasagna, you know, with a lot of chunks of ground beef, not like the little mashed one, but just the chunks so it's nice and hearty. Oh, God. You'll see me like a big kid, like on Christmas Day, getting ready to open up a present, because I'm a foodie. So, yeah. It doesn't take much to make me happy. It doesn't take much. And that's life for me. But how is life in Miami for you? Because I know how Miami has treated me. Miami has treated me really well. I mean, like, really well. I've had more experiences in Miami that have changed my life forever. I've experienced in Miami that I will never, ever forget. I've done more things in Miami than I've ever even imagined even coming close to. I've come to the point of like near-death experiences and walked away scratchless, no issues, no foul, no harm, no damage, and been able to look back at it like, wow. Like seriously, wow. I almost hit dash on my car. And I mean, like my car is pretty quick. And I saw it and I saw it pinning and I'm like, oh, really going fast. Like, you're really going fast. I look over and I see this motorcycle alongside of me. So I'm like, fuck him. So I'm mashing it. And he's mashing it. And we're side by side, like, flying. And then I start seeing stuff off his bike flying off. Flaring. And I'm like, no, I'm not killing you, buddy. You can win. You can go ahead. I'm not killing you. You know, at that point, all I kept on thinking is spikes is just going to go flying. It's going to be some asshole in the Jaguar with the top down, loud music, speeding, racing a motorcycle, and the guy dies. And then, you know, next thing I know, I got investigators knocking on my door. I was like, no, sorry, buddy, look. If I had to fall back to let you live, so be it. You know what? I saved your life. You know, you could thank me later or whatever. But Miami has been good to me. So now my question is, how has Miami been treating you? I mean,
oh my God. Honestly, like waking up every day, just, you know, about to go to work, like I have to go through, like, do this again. I'm like, what time's kickboxing? Every single fucking day, like every day. I'm just like, okay, am I going to kickboxing today? I don't want to go to kickboxing today. Like I feel like shit. I don't want to go to kickboxing. Around lunchtime, okay, I'm thinking about going to kickboxing right now. And then by the time work's done, like I'm going to kickboxing. But fuck, I gotta run 2 miles to get there. And then just go. And how many times have you seen me?
Almost every day.
And
every day.
And I've known you for how long now?
How long did you sign? 2 months? 2.5 months? Yeah, 2.5 months.
I've known you for like 2.5 months. I got here January 17th, and I signed up February 1st.
February?
I ran by the first week, and then I came in and said hi. What are the prices, whatever it is, and then I left, and then came back the next day, actually, and then it brought me towards my birthday, actually.
So then, okay, then I'm lost. How long did you buy your membership then?
I don't know.
I thought it was 2 months.
Yeah, it was 2 months.
February, March, April, yeah, right. Yeah, no, we're about right.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I've been there every day.
You see how quickly it goes? And how fast time flies?
And it's, like, I literally just got, like you see me do one of the most drastic, well, not one of the most drastic things in my life, I told you, I left back home and broke up my girlfriend, gave my dog to my mom, and then just, like, left to go out of town and become a dive instructor, but, here, like, during all that time, I was growing out my hair, and just like it was my pride, it was like my line mane,
yes.
My mane, like this is the evidence of every decision, every transformation in my head that I've gone through. That it's all here. You can see my hair. It was golden blonde here, a little caramel blonde here, and then just Florida, and it was like dark,
yes.
dirty blonde. Like you could tell the last time I went diving, and it was just been so long, and. Like kickboxing just kept the grind essentially, like from wearing me down, like just emotionally and like mentally, because it's been 7 months since I went diving. I went diving for the first time last weekend, the weekend before that, and like kickboxing was that focus that I needed to change the physical aspect of me, like going from 270 pounds when I initially left for Thailand, dropping down like 200, dropping down to like 205 or something like that, and then coming back up to the weight that I am now, which is like 220, 225, which I'm not exactly like where I want to be. What's your ideal target? It's down to 200, but you can see the work that it's down. You can see, because I've done it before, but CKO wasn't about doing that at the immediate stage, because that losing the rest of the weight, it's mental for me, and it's like I like to eat like occasional chocolate bar, and like I like my food, and like I've been trying different diets at different times to try to fix my metabolism, and which gave me on the schedule, which it has been working. That I got myself eating between 9 hours and not eating after that, and so just being able to adjust it and to push it for myself, like I feel myself getting better. And with CKO, it wasn't about losing the weight immediately, it was building my strength back up, because I told you on my knee, when I was coming out of a dive, it just gave out, and then I finally got him like pushed whatever it was back into place, and everything was starting to get better. But I lost a lot of muscle mass, like especially the last 2 years as a dive instructor. You can work out, sometimes, and I had my TRX, like I did my free, which I love, do my free body weight stuff, but I had one day between 5 days, because you'd be diving in the morning, 6 a.m., and diving all the way up till night, which is, our last dive is either 7 or 8 o'clock at night, or we do a night dive after the sun goes down, so you bring it to like 9, 10, and then you have to wait 4 hours before or after to work out. I would literally be sleeping like an hour or two every night, and then I need my sleep in order to dive, so like all my hard work I'm just like muscle mass still there. I'm looking good, losing a little bit of weight, diving, living that lifestyle, it's fine. And then when I got here, started working the yachts and all that stuff, especially spending 4 months in Fort Lauderdale, I was sitting next to Wi-Fi, just trying to save money, like not buying cell phone plans, whatever it is, like just waiting. Like I had to get my mind that was going like chug everything. So there's every flow, and then I think I made that mistake of not taking the job. Actually, I don't think I told you about this, but I had a job lined up for working down in the Caribbean on a catamaran as a deckhand. And a deckhand dive instructor, I guess sailing and diving, whatever it is. It'd be exactly what I did when I was in Action Quest down at the BPI, teaching kids sailing diving. I had this job lined up, everything was ready to go. and I had to get my certifications. And then when my plane ticket was coming up that weekend, I met someone that you meet key people that are supposed to bring you where you need to be. And someone was named Lauren, and she was my crew agent. She's like, "Don't go." Like, the job I was going for would pay me like, I'd be doing the exact same thing I'd be doing with Action Quest. Nothing wrong with that. But my mantra that I've been going on is obviously is go with the flow, but also if I'm not stepping forwards, I'm stepping backwards.
Correct.
And that felt like I was taking a side step, which is still not moving forward, so I'm moving backwards. So I'm just like, I could do the same thing that I was doing before. I had a great time, but the pay is like $1,000 a month, and with yachting itself, it's $3,000, and it's not. It's in US, it's in European, whatever it is you want. But I'm doing what it is that I love, traveling. I'm doing what it is that I want to do, which is diving, and I'm going to get paid what I feel like I'm worth, and obviously work for it. But I mean,
correct.
I want to end up. With doing this kind of journey wasn't about making money. It wasn't at all. But it comes up to a point where you have to be able to have money to do the things that you want, and what that you want in life. And like, for example, like me, I'm actually able to do this now, where I'm able to talk to people and tell those stories. But I want to be able to still have that impact to people that I meet in everyday situations like that we've been doing right now, and to just travel the world and meet and inspire those.
Yeah, but here's my question. Alright, so you're going to travel the world, you're going to meet people, which is good. I mean, I think everyone should travel because it opens up royalty and like culture, just architectural. Everything is just different everywhere that you go. I mean, the beach is the beach. Anywhere you go, there's water, there's sand. It's the beach. How are you changing people's life? Are you impacting people's life? How are they going to remember you? When someone asks me, yes, hey Kyle, you're like the best friend in the group. I mean, like he asked, did Alice come? Yeah, did Alice come? You know, so he always asks. Anytime he's there and you're not there, he asks, hey, did Alice come? Does Alice? Hey, did you see Alex? There's that bond there. Are you? Let's say now you go on to the Bahamas. Right? You're gonna meet a whole new slew of different people. However long you'll be in the Bahamas, however long you plan to be there, and then you go for your next location. And each time you go to somewhere, how do people remember Alex? How will someone that say, hey, oh my God, do you know Alex? Alex Harris? Alexander Harris. Big name. Oh yes, Alex. How would they actually speak of you? How would they describe Alex? What's your mark on people?
Mine?
Yeah.
Actually, did I tell you the story of the Scottish girl who came when I was working down over in Thailand? There's
the one that does the handprint on the wall.
Oh no! That was.
It was scratched.
There was a girl that I met when I was in Thailand. She came on a low board.
She came on a boat?
A low board.
Okay.
So basically, you live on a boat for a week. Anyway, she came down with us, and we met a bunch of other people. I thought she was part of this one giant group, but we got to meet like all of them and became friends with all of them. And she was in a different group, and I had Dave and Michelle, and we had a freaking amazing time. Like, we were basically just all instructors. It was just three of us diving everywhere and going on, our little adventures underwater. And so I got to talk to her over time, and then she said she was leaving down in Australia for a couple weeks, and then she was going to come back because she really wants to do it again. So, oh, cool, like, see you later. That's it. Done. So she comes back a few weeks later, gets in the boat that I'm on, and I said, just come with my group. So we're diving the entire week, and then we ended up talking about life and like what got me over into Thailand. My fraternity brother passing away. I think I told you about that. But to breaking my up with my ex, selling all my stuff, and just leaving, and just trying to essentially change who it is that I thought I was, and turn myself into the person I could be, get to that next level. Physically, mentally, emotionally, just like
everything.
Exactly, just bulletproof essentially. But obviously, then nobody's bulletproof. But just getting that frame of mind that if you can achieve that next step, like go for it and open yourself to the opportunities of people that want to help you along your journey. And that's what I want to do. This was to explain to people you have to make yourself happy first before you can help others.
That's so true. That's so true. That's the hardest part for people, because there's a lot of people that, for whatever reason, they're unhappy with themselves. And they're unhappy with themselves for so many different reasons. Either they're not where they expected themselves to be in life. They're unhappy with themselves because they're not making the money that they expect in life. They're unhappy because they heard that expression, wrong house, wrong wife, wrong kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you end up with the wrong person, you end up marrying the wrong person, you have kids with the wrong person, you're living the wrong life.
And you can see it on their faces too.
Yeah.
You can see it. I've seen it.
They're not happy. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with their life.
That's what I told my mom. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No.
That's what I told my mom, is that, you know, she's like, oh, why don't you get a real job? When I started doing the dive instructing stuff, I'm like, I just finished 6 years working as a DJ and event manager, doing weddings, corporate events. I just stopped being a restaurant manager of Pita Pit, which I don't know if you ever had it. Freaking amazing. It's like Subway, but a million times better. And her idea of a real job was the government job. And I can tell you exactly what it's like. My friends have worked in the government, and they do the same thing every day, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Go into work, waiting 2 hours in traffic, get back home, complain about work all week. Friday comes around, they go out drinking all night. They'll go drinking on Saturday. Sunday, complain about the hangover, and back to work Monday, just bitching about the same thing and doing it all over again every single week. And I can tell you exactly what they're doing at home right now. I can tell you exactly what it is. Not that there's anything wrong with that, if that's what makes them happy.
That's their life.
But when I've talked to people that I saw a certain image, because like the way I see you is a different that you see yourself when you look in the mirror.
Correct.
There's two different sides, and like your perception of reality is a lot different from mine, and vice versa.
Correct.
And you know, when I look in the mirror, I'm just like, I saw the Alexander that I could be, that I could achieve, but the Alexander that I am right now, I'm just like, this is not where I want to be. But I see him 5 years from now. When I was 25 when I started doing this, I'm just like, he's 30 years old, and like he's a man. He's the confidence. He's the everything I'm not right now. And you know, how do I get up to that? Well, I gotta lay the foundation. I gotta start building from. I gotta start at some point in order to do that. And that's what I was talking about to Shelly about. And she's like, I don't want to go back home to being dive support for oil companies, whatever it is. I'm like, then don't. Like, you don't have to do it. Like use my example. Like, you can literally leave you can literally die tomorrow. Use a Reef's example. You can literally die tomorrow and wait down with your life. Yeah. What's stopping you right now? Yeah. You have no kids. Like none of this is wrong. Like you have no kids. You have no boyfriend. You have no ties. You don't have to go back to your job. Like you're financially stable for the time being. Like, just take a chance. Like, there's nothing stopping you. Yeah. She's like, you know what? Like, you give me a lot to think about. And then that was it. She went back home. That was it. Done. And I said, you know what? You gotta go with the flow. And then if you ask the universe for something specific, it'll come to you as long as you put it into work. And that's it. A few months goes by. We're starting working down in the British Virgin Islands. I left Thailand. On the other side of the planet, I go start working in the Caribbean, teaching sailing and diving. On the last day of the third month of our last third session, or last session, which was the third session, we're having a barbecue on the dock, which is our main home base, and everybody is having their hamburgers. The staff are sitting over here. The students are over here, and one of the staff instructors comes over to me. And he's just like, Alex, your favorite Scottish girl says hi, and that Canada sucks. And in front of everyone, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Turns out she ended up in the same place that I was, across the globe, 3 months later. No, it was 6 months later, in the same place, right down the dock. And she got a job as a pastry chef, which is what she always wanted to do. And I told her to follow her intuition. And I'm like, just say whatever it is that you want to do. And pursue it. And she told me she wanted to become a pastry chef, and she actually did it. And you know what the best part of this was? The same restaurant that she got hired at, which is right down the dock from where we were, is the same restaurant that I DJ'd twice before when we came back to exchange the students.
You serious?
Yeah, I'm 100% serious. So basically she came to the island, she's like, yeah, I'm looking for my friend Alex. He's tall, and they both look at each other, the owner and the manager. They're just crazy blonde hair, really tall, big guy. She's like, yeah, how do you know him? Like, he comes by the dock all the time because they work with Action Quest and shoot. Like, how does that happen? What is the probability of that happening?
That's why they said the world is small. People think the world is a big place, but it's all connected.
Like, how many times have you thought about someone, and then they message you, or they phone called you, or they say, "Hey, I was thinking about you the other day."
And that's what I always tell them: you're going to live a long life. That's always the saying. You're going to live a long. You know, it's weird because even just recently, I was telling you yesterday, actually, there's a security guard that always comes by the farmers market. Always, every time I sit down. I say, yeah, I'm going to come, I'm going to bring my girlfriend, she really needs it, she wants self-defense, yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking to myself, well, sure, it's for her, it's not for you. It's not flimsy, real skinny man. I'm thinking, all right, bring her. Every time, he says the same thing. Hey, yeah, I'm just thinking about coming and bring my girlfriend. I said, no problem, bring her. Yesterday he came to me and he says, yeah, I didn't forget about you guys, I'm going to come. There's so much stuff that I want to do in my life. I just haven't found time and a way to get anything done. It's like every time I turn around, you're in videos, you're on Instagram, you're in the gym. I see it all the time. I said, well, you got to look at it like this. When you find your niche, when you find that thing that you actually like to do, and you make that your source of income, it's not work. It's what you actually enjoy doing. When you enjoy doing something, it doesn't become work to you. It doesn't feel like a place you're going just for a paycheck. You're going there because you actually like doing it. When you like going somewhere, when you like actually being in a place, you can be there for hours. Yes, you'll be exhausted. Yes, you'll be tired. But you know what? You like being there. So I told him, I said, if you really want to actually find, because he was like, yeah, I haven't found mine yet. I'm doing security, but that's not really what I want to do. I said, what do you want to do? I don't know. I said, well, when you actually figure out what it is you want, what is it that you like to do? I said, change one little thing in your mind. That's it, just one little thing. Just believe that that's really what you want to do, and then you'll actually see that thing that you believe in reality. You see it once you believe it. Once you believe it, all right, you know what, I'm a captain of my own ship. I'm dive master. I'm whatever. Once you believe it, you'll see it. Once it's one of those things where, all right, yeah, one day it'll be nice. You're not believing it. That's not conviction yet. Once you believe it, once you wholeheartedly believe it, then you'll see it come into reality. But until then, it's just a dream. He was like, you're so right. I appreciate talking to you because you're a solid brother. That's what he told me. You should try my class. Someone posted a review on Google, and she says, I stopped by CKO. I was interviewing for a job, and I don't know if I got the job. That's what she said. I don't know if I got the job, but I stopped by to see where can I work out. She said, I had this amazing trainer, Rodney. He was so nice. The guy was just easy to talk to, very pleasant, asked me what my plans were, what I was trying to do, what I was interviewing. He told me that I would get the job, everything went well. And then we started training. And then he put his gloves on and he just turned into a beast. He made me work. This girl that left me the little baby seal. She said he went from the nicest guy in the world to like so intense, I wasn't even expecting it. I didn't know it was going to be so intense. And she left a really nice review. She talked about Fernando and how well, how personable he is and everything else. And she said when she finally moves to Miami, she knows where she's come to work out. And I started sitting there and I started thinking, if everyone that, if we have the option of picking people that actually can work at CKO, I would only pick people that I know would actually honestly try to impact people's lives and not necessarily there just for a paycheck. Yeah, the paycheck helps because at the end of the day, we all have to work. And we're not all born with silver spoons. Mm-hmm. So we have to work. But at the same time, that thing that you can't teach somebody. You can't really teach someone empathy. You can't really teach someone how to, that customer service, that drive, that, how to be personal, You can't teach it because it's either someone has it or they don't have it. You know, if someone talks to something, sometimes I eardrop a lot. You know, listen to how other members are talking to other people that work there, and I listen. And a lot of times I don't like to correct people. I don't like to go up to them and say, hey, you know, I'm just listening, you're telling such. It'd be better if you said it like this opposed to saying it like this. People don't really like to be checked, but you have to. I mean, that's the only part of the job that sometimes it really puts a damper on things.
Really? I've never noticed it.
So we had a situation where one of the trainers decided they wanted to do kind of a sparring session. And I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not say no names, but they decided to do a sparring session.
It had nothing to do with me.
And the owner of the company gave me an earful about it. Not allowed to let those type of things happen. What if someone had gotten hurt? What if he had pulled out his shoulder? What if he snapped his wrist? What if the trainer got poked in the eye? What if he could have trained? He went into all the what ifs. Sound like a lot of excuses that you're giving. What ifs are like excuses. Everyone has a butthole, so what if? You know, like, what if? There's no way of actually saying what if. There's no answer to what if. It didn't happen. But he didn't take it so lightly. Needless to say, there won't be any more horse fighting like that. You know?
It wasn't that bad.
That's what I said, but I kind of.
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy getting my ass kicked sometimes. It puts me back in check.
You know what's funny is that the guy that I was telling you about today, that's what he called about. He wants strictly sparring. He wants to be able to horseplay with someone until he gets good. I don't know if maybe he got beat up recently.
Probably.
But to me, that's what it sounds like. The guy just wants to fight. He wants to learn how to fight. He wants to learn how to fight to the point where he doesn't get beat up. And he'll pay any amount of money. I don't want class. I want to learn how to fight. I want someone to teach me how to fight. I want someone to teach me how to defend myself. I want someone to teach me how to fight. I don't care about nothing else. I don't want cardio. I don't want weight training.
That's what he said?
Yeah. That's exactly how he said it. Very, very like forceful. I said, well, it's $850. I don't care. Okay. He says, if you have 2 trainers that can show me that, I'll split them up. I'll take 6 sessions with one or 5 sessions with one, 5 sessions with the other. Whichever one is better, I take that person long term. I want to learn how to fight.
Well, you'll learn with Seb Jorge and you, buddy.
Well, I told him, but again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. When I meet people like that, it's interesting because now it's like in my head, again, this is me, you know. I try to figure out people. It's like a game of chess for me. Because in my head, I'm thinking, what happened in his life? What caused him to be like this? What is causing him to want to, that aggression, that combat, that, you know, did your wife say, look, you can't defend me? Did something happen? You know, you can't protect your girlfriend? Did you go to a bar and some guy pushed you aside to talk to your girl? I mean, what caused you to be so, I need to learn how to fight? I mean, there's people that go through their entire life and never threw an entire punch. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean,
I've seen it at the gym.
Yes, this is my point. I see it every single day at the gym. I do orientation. The first thing I say is, okay, we're going to throw a jab. You want to hit with the first 2 knuckles, not your last 2 knuckles. First thing they do, they hit the bag with the last 2 knuckles, and I'm sitting here like, you really want to break your hand, don't you? I mean, the pinky is the weakest finger. That's why it's the smallest. You never hit with your pinky. Always land with your knuckles. Your first 2 knuckles, they're the strongest 2. And then you tell this to people, and they're just like, oh, I never knew that. Oh, wow. Okay, fine. Let me show you uppercut. All right, you know, palms up. Why are my palms up? Because if your palms up, when you land your uppercuts, you're going to land with your knuckles. Palm up. If you land like this, sideways, you're hitting with these. There's no type of damage you're going to do hitting somebody with tips of your fingers. It makes no sense. You want palms up, palms up. Your knuckles land right into the ribs. Liver shot, palms up. You know, they're like, oh, makes sense. And it's like that light bulb. It's like you just pull the trigger. You know, and they think about these things. Again, not to deceive. They may never have to use it, but if ever they get into a point where it's like, okay, fine, hopefully they can focus, bring down the adrenaline level, be able to react. Because the problem is, when you're ever in a situation like that and now you're confronted, are you know how to react? Because it's quick. You gotta throw a punch to someone. Are you thinking, okay, let me figure out, okay, well, what combination? Where do I hit him? How do I hit him? Where's my foot? No, you gotta be able to react. You gotta be able to react. You gotta be able to react. And I tell Fernando always stops me when I say this, but I always tell him, most fights are 2 punches. They try to hit you 2 good times. 2 hooks, or punch and a hook. That's really most fights. But if you can step back on those punches and come back in, and the person was expecting you to hit them 4 times, and the minute you hit them, jab, cross, hook, cross, you've done it so many times. Basic boxing, 4-punch combination, chin, side of the chin, sit, side of the chin. They won't even say, oh, what the hell? Then you finish it off with a push kick, push them down. They didn't see it coming. They try to get up, roundhouse to the head. It's over. They're like, what just happened to me? I didn't think this person was Bruce Lee, but now I found out they have kickboxing experience. And that's my goal. Impact people. Put that little seed.
Literally.
A small little seed, just a little thing. I tell them all the time, repeatedly. Repetition, 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 repetition makes perfection. Repetition. Do it again. Even better. Next time you do it even better. Do your kick. Do it even better. Do your next kick. Do it a little bit higher. Everything you try to do in life, do it a little bit better than the next time. If you always keep that in mind, there's no way the moon is not yours. There's no possible way. Because everything that you do it a little bit better next time. Why not? Why won't you have perfection? There's no reason. It's yours. It's yours if you want it. Again, mind over matter. If it doesn't mind, it doesn't matter. There's no reason for me to get upset. It's not affecting here. Yes, I burnt my hand. Oh my God, I'm not going to be sitting there all day long crying because I burnt my finger. Oh my God, it was a freaking 8 o'clock. It's 12 midnight now. You're still crying over a burn on your finger? Get over it. Get a normal.
Go post on my Instagram, Twitter, let everybody know, Facebook, call my mom, call.
Yes, absolutely. But again, I guess I just look at life a little bit differently than most people. I do. I really honestly think life is beautiful. And when I think about so many other people that don't have an opportunity to actually see life from this perspective, from this view, I don't know, it's like sometimes I think I'm blessed. Again, it could be the Catholic Church, it could be the Catholic schooling. I'm Baptist. I was born Baptist, raised Baptist, and then went to Catholic school, which was the weirdest thing possible because everything that they did, they were like, Rodney, no, you're Baptist, go sit down. So I'd sit on a pew while everyone else go up for communion. I'd sit on the pew and all the boys would go up and do their little thing.
We went through the same thing. I was in Catholic school, and oh man.
And now that I think about it,
that's hilarious.
I mean, who knows what happened to them in the back with the priest nowadays?
Oh Jesus!
So, I mean, I'm not saying that anything happened, but I'm just saying, hey, I never got to go back because the priest was like, "You're Baptist, have a seat." Everyone else, come on, little boys, let's go in the back. So I don't know.
Oh my God.
When I went into the confession booth, I used to always have to say, forgive me, Father, I have sinned. But again, I'm Baptist. So he would say, all right, 5 Hail Marys, 5 Our Fathers, peace be with you. And he kicked me out. He didn't even want to listen. He wouldn't even, I couldn't even tell him what I did. He would not listen because the minute I said, I'm Baptist, because I have to tell him, that was it. He wouldn't listen to my confession because I'm not part of the faith. He would always tell me, once you become Catholic, you could tell me all your words. And I used to always sit there and I dated a girl, she was Muslim, Sunni Muslim, both of them from her. Dated a girl, she was Jehovah's Witness, a lot from her. That was actually probably the weirdest thing because Jehovah's Witness told me, she was like, her mother was always trying to convert to being a witness. And she used to say, in our Bible, it said, if you're not a witness, you're going to burn in hell. That's what she's telling me. Straight word. You're going to burn in hell. And your family going to burn in hell. And all your loved ones, they're going to burn in hell. And your friend, they're going to burn in hell. And the only ones that's not going to burn in hell is witnesses. So you need to become a witness, and you need to get them to witness and become Jehovah's Witness. Okay then. I mean, did a girl, she was Israeli. I mean, I think I kind of went around the world.
Did you play bingo?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of went around the world, and each time I met someone else, it was like, I tried. Hey, there's some people that you'll meet, you'll ask them about Rodney, and they'll call me all type of 4-letter words.
Yeah, yep.
You know, those are kind of what I call, bad checks. It's kind of like, I wrote check and then bounce. I knew it wasn't enough money to clear it, but I wrote it anyway. That's a bad check. I'm sorry. That one just bounced. There's nothing you can do about that one. That's a bad check. Let it go. Water under the bridge. This is a bad check.
Typical of those. Sorry.
The other times, they're more like credit card transactions, they're kind of there, just kind of lingering in the back, waiting to be paid. And then there's the ones you pay cash. They're just really good. So, but that's how life is. Sometimes you just gotta write things off as bad checks. It's a bad check.
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
That's how you learn, though.
Yeah. So, but other than that, that's my life. That's my life in a nutshell. That's my life in a nutshell. Every time I look at the pool, I sit there and I say, I'm blessed to have access to a pool that's heated that I can come into up until 1 in the morning. It's open, actually it's midnight, is what they say. From sun up to sundown. The sun up down to me is midnight. I mean, it could be later, but this is Miami, so it's whatever. But, usually the security guards won't give you a hard time if you're not making noise. So if you go for a late swim and you're swimming, pool's heated, you want to go do laps, you want to go sit in the hot tub, knock yourself out. But the minute you start making noise with the balcony and people are sleeping, then it's like, then fuck out. But I sit there and I think, how many people have access to that? Look at him. He's doing handstands in the pool with his girls, smiling and laughing. They're enjoying Easter Sunday. They're just celebrating life. They're just happy to be alive. They're not underneath the bridge trying to find a spot to go to sleep because it was raining, and now they just need to find cover and whatnot. Then again, I always think, it's not a bad place to be homeless in Miami because the weather is so good. So if you have to be outdoors, Miami. Yeah, sometimes at night it gets a little breezy, so you need a blanket. But if I had to be homeless, I'd hate to be homeless in New York because it snows, rains a lot, it's cold. No one's going to drive down New York in a convertible Jaguar and throw money out the window like, hey, you buddy, it's for you. I think about it and I'm like, I don't even know how much I threw at it. I was drinking a lot of Jack, so it was kind of one of those Jack moments, And I didn't even remember about it until early this afternoon. I was sitting in the gym and I went, oh yeah, I do have some cash because I was thinking I might have to charge or go to the bank. And I wanted to go pick up the beer, so I was thinking, do I have cash on me? I was like, yeah, I do have cash, but I'm like, oh shit, I don't have cash. And I was like, what the hell did you buy? And I was trying to think, and I said, no, the Jack you bought with the credit card, so you didn't buy the Jack with the credit card. I said, what did I do with my cash? And I started thinking about it, I'm like, the homeless guy. It was a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't like I was thinking about it. It wasn't like it was planned. It wasn't like it was just, I saw him laying there on the floor. I'm at the red light, playing my music, I'm comfortable. I had that buzz from the drinking. Looked over and I'm staring at him, he's all late. And then he looks over at me, and the music is bumping. And I'll go at the money sitting there in underneath the visor. I look at him, I see the light shade, and I grab it. It's for you! And I'm thinking, like really in my head, the way I pictured it in my head is that it would just kind of fly over to him and land next to him. Like literally it made it past the door and just went right, like reverse. Like it's almost like you're trying to come back into the car. It was just like
from his point of view, it's just like, yes, the guy just threw money at me out of a Jaguar.
In my head I'm thinking, what the fuck were you just thinking? Like, it felt like a strip club. Like, I just tossed it at the woman, and it just kept on just turning, and I'm like, and then I take off, like, and then when I realized what I just did, now I'm slowing down, like, I hope I didn't just toss all that money. He's not even getting up. Like, seriously? So I'm driving slow, because I'm thinking, we're going to turn around and go get it, because you should do, I don't even know what I do. And then I'm driving, and I'm looking, and I start getting, and then I start seeing him getting up. I said, all right, he got up, and I left, and I drove. And then I said, you know what, that's called karma. You know, it's my good deed. It may not have been the biggest good deed, but karma definitely goes up. You put it out, and I guarantee you good things. Good things happen to good people. Do something for someone else, trust and believe it's going to come back. Promise you it will come back. It's on the universe. Put it out there. If more people, if every person on this planet said, let me go out and just do a random good deed, just one random good deed, one random small good deed. Just imagine how better the world would be rather than, let me go out and snatch this person's pocketbook. Let me go out and bust this person's window because they left a backpack in the back seat. Or, oh my God, someone has a GPS. Let me break their window. Oh my God, look, they left their iPad in the car, a cell phone in the car, or whatever. Oh, look, it looks like the whole family is leaving. Let's break into their house. That random good deed can outdo so much negative. Because that guy probably sitting there like, oh, I'm going to go get something to eat right now. Oh, I can go buy beer. Or hopefully not. But, man, I can go buy some meth and I can get that fixed. Whatever that moment is. Maybe for that brief moment, you say, you know what? I have enough time to call my daughter. I'm going to call her. Hey, this is Dad. I know I haven't spoken to you in years. Where are you, Dad? I haven't seen you. I miss you. Come home. I'm under a bridge in Miami sleeping on the floor because I'm too ashamed to come back home. Why are you calling me now? I always wanted to call you. I never had the opportunity to call you. I didn't have the money to call you. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And then something good just happened to me. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe this is what I need. Just that little bit. Who knows? Well, who knows? You never know. Only one time, I went to the Publix here, same one that we tried to go to. I saw this guy who was picking fruits in the fruit section, all in the back, and I saw him looking at all